Before Sean called me up to do this roast, I was thinking, man, my career is really in the toilet. Now I'm here and looking at this dais, I'm thinking, wow, I wish my career was in the toilet. The truth is, Sean didn't even really want me to be here. He really wanted my father, Jackie Mason. But when he called him up, he said, nah, you can't afford me, but why don't you get that bitch who walks around town claiming to be my daughter? I'm kidding! Jackie doesn't know that I exist. In the old days, roasts used to only be for, like, famous people, you know, like Bob Hope and Don Rickles. Luckily for us, that changed. Tonight we have 8 guys whose combined credits couldn't get them a headliner spot at Polka Nuts. John is very political, though. I've actually seen him on MSNBC. He looked like a less masculine version of Rachel Maddow. Kostaki Economopoulos is here. He's supposed to be here. Is he here? Kostaki Economopoulos. That is a tough name to spit out, especially for someone like Carolina Hidalgo. But she never spits out anything anyway. She only swallows. Carolina, how did you get here? She must have blown somebody to get on this dais. Who exactly did she blow to get on this dais? Deanna sucked. Carolina sucked so many cocks she should change her name to John Mooney. Rick Crone was supposed to be here. Rick Crone, if you don't know, he's a stand-up comedy. He teaches stand-up comedy, which is not bad for a guy who hasn't written a new joke since the last time Sean Lynch got an erection. Carolina. I was looking at Carolina's Facebook page. I have to say, she has a lot of fans. And by fans, I mean loser comics who want to titty fuck her. Carolina and I both have a handle on the New York comedy scene and New York comedians. She fucked one half, I fucked the other. She has dated a lot of comics, though. She dated Jeff Cerulli, who's a professional working comic. Then she dated Dan Shacky, who's one step above an open micer. She keeps going lower and lower on the ladder of stand-up comedy. Pretty soon she'll hit rock bottom of the stand-up comedy industry. Rock bottom. Speaking of Mike Cannon. Mike Cannon, I'm curious. How did you get here tonight? Did you take a subway or a cab, or did you travel your usual way by catching a ride on Chris DiStefano's coattails? Mike had an appearance on one shitty MTV show and then nothing. He's kind of like an unfuckable Pauly Shore. Mike has a web series about marijuana where he does a lot of pot jokes. Thanks, Mike. That's just what the world needs. More hacky pot jokes. What's next? What hacky web series are you going to do next, Mike? A web series about the differences between black and white people? A web series about airline food? Mike, if you want to do a hacky web series, just do one about Sean Lynch's act. Mike has a joke. He has a joke in his act where he talks about a sex toy that he can fuck anytime he wants with very little effort. He calls it pocket pussy. He calls it pocket pussy. I call it Carolina Hidalgo. And now for the man of the hour, Sean Lynch. Sean, I have to say, it is really great to see you. Conscious for a change. Sean Lynch. Lynch is a perfect last name because every time I watch your act, I want to hang myself. But Sean is a filmmaker, and according to his IMDb profile, he's very active. Wait. Did I say IMDb profile? I meant his Grindr profile. Sean used to work full-time, or a lot of the time. He worked for MTV, which has shows like 16 and Pregnant. Then he stopped working for MTV, I guess because they don't have shows called 45 and Bloated. Sean, MTV does have a show called Teen Mom. Hey Sean, I'm sure they have a new show called Middle-Aged Hack. They'll give you a call. Sean used to be the spokesman for Starburst Candy. He did a whole bunch of commercials for He was the spokesman for Starburst Candy. Now look at him now. He's the poster child for diabetes. Sean was the spokesman for Starburst Candy, and by the looks of him, I think they paid him with a lifetime supply. What I'm trying to say, Sean, is you're a fat bastard. Come on. How fat? He's so fat, even Carolina wouldn't fuck him. But don't worry, Sean, Dave Lester will still fuck you. And if he doesn't, there's always John Mooney. And if he won't, then I will. Hey, I love you.
Sheba loved the single entendres.